We're live, baby.
Yeah, good.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so as I was saying, Trent, do you want to ruin it now or wait until later? Trent's beer. Oh, God.
A bit.
You just made the bit.
It has been quite a few months since we wrapped season 2. So we wrapped in November 2022.
Hey.
On the actually, I've just been 26th of November.
Yes,
Alex, you can speak.
yes,
You can speak.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to speak. That's not why I'm here.
This is Jason's moment.
Okay.
Don't ruin his moment.
Jason, walk us in.
So quite a few months have passed actually since we've all come together, and we've all been very busy doing a whole heap of different things. And I think it'd be great for the first episode of season 2 for us to maybe just do a little bit of a recap, so we can walk our discerning listeners through our lives for the past 7 months, and we can just let everyone know what we've been doing.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Do I? So, are we ready for like the first seasonal intro of me fucking it up?
Oh, yeah.
I would also
Dying
just
for
like to, before I do this part, is I'm very happy for someone else to occasionally do the intro.
Nah.
Is this me? Okay.
Oh, you know.
This is interesting.
Maybe,
Okay, all right.
Maybe
Not
this
to-
season we mixed it up.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
But
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm getting the first one of
Maybe
season
she's born
2.
with it.
Yeah, maybe he does the first one.
I give you the first one, and I'm
then-
gonna. If you can do it better next week, all right.
Well,
then
that's not a question. We know the answer to that. Surely.
hello and welcome to season 2, episode 28 of the Alex, Mitch, and Trent Show. I'm joined, as always, by Alex, homeowner Alex.
Whoa. Yes, thank you.
Spoiler alert.
Wow.
Penguin lover Mitchell Coy.
Yes.
On the buttons, we got Jason, our producer.
Hello, amigos.
And last, me, Trent. Yeah. Married man, Trent. Yeah.
Married
yeah.
Go the trogger.
He's now married.
It's not a bad intro. I think we're good. Welcome to it. What are we doing? So we're talking about recapping everything.
Yeah, I think we should give our listeners a bit of a recap on what we've all been up to.
We've been gone for a long time, and I didn't think it was going to be this long.
It's
but
my fault, actually.
I think it's just been a bit of procrastination, a lot of procrastination. But we're back into it. We're back to give you season 2, highly anticipated.
Highly.
I can't even walk around on the streets anymore without getting ear bashed by
I
people.
know.
Like, where the fuck are you?
Literally, yeah.
It's shocking.
I can't sleep at night.
I get there's paparazzi outside all the time. It's
I can't even take a shit
ridiculous.
anymore.
It's just crazy.
Literally just been my mum. She wants me out of the house a bit more.
Well, on that, we're a bit rusty.
That sets him off track real quickly.
We might be a bit rusty. Who wants to go first? Who wants to recap the summer and past 6 to 8? How long was November?
7 months.
7 months ago.
I shall raise my hand and sacrifice myself.
Thank you. Thank God.
Trent, it
Someone
needs to be
to.
saved, and I'll step up. I'll try.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot has happened in the past, however many months. It's been like 7 or something. I don't know. It's been a while. It's funny because before this all started, I was thinking beforehand, maybe I'll write some notes down so I don't forget. And then Mitch is like, "Oh, it's a pretty good idea. Yeah, that's writing a note down. Not just like so I've got preparation, just so I don't forget. Basically,
It's really.
It
really pisses me off.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Why didn't we think of this earlier? No, I used to do it while we were doing a podcast, but that's so I didn't forget while someone was talking.
Of course.
But Mitch was like, "Oh, it's a good idea," and then he walked past and he looked at my things that I wrote down. He's like, "House." Peanut butter. And he's like, "No, I'm out." He's like, well, that's the dumbest thing ever. Yeah. I'll explain the house and the peanut butter in a second. So yeah, a lot's happened with the house. Since last time we spoke, we
really bring it up a lot
didn't
during
really- yeah,
the
we didn't
last
really
season. But it was our first thing. Is just we were going through life and we're
Yeah.
doing all that sort of, we're doing things.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yours was building a house.
Yeah, so since then, it was just a piece of land with some dirt. And now it's got a slab down. They've done the site clear, the frame's up, the roof's on, the windows are in.
And I
There's-
can't wait for us to do the quick little social media video of your new abode.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God,
After this podcast, we'll go down. Yeah, so our house has pretty much popped up in the past, couple months. It's flying through. Knock on wood. There's no major delays, none yet.
They were saying October.
Oh yeah, the end of
November?
September, October, which is really, really cool.
And, I have been thinking of you and your little house situation.
Mm.
It's very fortunate that you weren't caught up in all the building company collapses.
Yeah, Porter Davis, and there's a couple. Yeah, a couple went
Burnley
down.
Home.
It's
Yeah.
heaps. Were you ever scared or
Oh, yeah,
worried?
a little bit, yeah. But it was good for. So I'm building with Fairhaven. The good thing about what they did was they sent out like a nice, reassuring message saying, "Hey, we've been around for X amount of time, and
Hey, our
Sponsored by
website's still up.
we're not going to take your money yet." No, so like I said, it's a nice, reassuring message. Everything's been really smooth so far, but obviously there's going to be delays, but none yet. So things have been good. Buying stuff for the house recently, like last weekend, me and Caitlin went shopping for couches. We got this beautiful couch. We got beautiful fridge that's plumbed into the wall. We got a washer, dryer, all these adult things. But the funniest thing I was thinking about with the couch, with the couch was the couch that we were looking at. There were two options. There was one that was $2,500 couch reduced down to $100, and it was like the ugliest
What?
couch. It was the ugliest couch you'll ever see, but it was the most comfortable couch. You sit in it and you sink. Like it was. Probably not structurally safe and all that, but it was the most. And we love the couch that much that.
But most important, is there stain protection?
no for $100.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
So yeah, this couch we were actually loving it that much. We were trying to sell it to other people. Like we became the salesperson for this couch. That's how much we loved it. So I spoke to my brother, spoke to Caitlin's brother, spoke to everyone. We're like, someone buy this couch because we want it, but it didn't really fit really well and it wasn't pretty. And you got to have some sort of prettiness in a new house. So we ended up settling on this couch with two recliners on each side and then two separate recliners. The main issue with organising a couch was I needed to make sure that boys' night we all had comfortable seats. We didn't want to be sitting on a little couch with three spots sitting next to each other. Even though that would be
Even
cute.
Caitlin's brought this up
We-
a bit.
Yeah. The main issue was like, I need to make sure that we're comfortable watching boys' night. So we each have a recliner and we have a spot between with like we can put our food. So that's how much my life revolves around us. Like it wasn't like the colour's important. I'm like, we need comfort. We need to make sure things are perfect, and it's worked out. So yeah, got a really good deal with Good Guys at the end of financial year. It was like I think it was like $4,500 for everything altogether, but we got it down to 2,600. I don't wait, 2,800 or something. The fridge itself costs like 3,400.
You've spurted a lot of brand names out, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to write them all down.
Yeah.
So we can
Yeah,
charge
we'll sponsor,
them.
yeah.
No. We charge them accordingly for being on this show.
yeah, that's it. You owe us
Send an invoice,
$4,000. Yeah. So yeah, the house is flying, going really well. Things are really cool with that. My second note, I didn't really do like any sort of order of how things should have been spoken. Should have, but peanut butter. Here's just a random thing.
Here we go.
This is what's changed since last time we spoke. I, for the first time ever, I've never been one-sided with the peanut butter. I've always been a crunchy man. Okay, I've always been a crunchy man, but I don't mind smooth. I don't mind smooth.
Show we are.
I don't. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I know.
house
to peanut butter.
recliner.
Welcome back.
Peanut butter.
Welcome back, everyone. This is
perfect.
I am shook.
So I personally, as I find I'm growing up, I'm a little bit more open to things. I'm not stuck to the whole Xbox versus PlayStation. Like I've never been like. I've played both. They're fine. They both do the job.
PlayStation, so.
Yeah, I know. Even though we hate PlayStation, but that's okay. So
Anti-PlayStation
I
podcast.
recently have been converting towards smooth peanut butter. I never had anything against peanut butter.
Is this one of my
That's me.
segments? Is this
No,
one?
I just thought I'd throw that in there. So maybe we can get a poll on Instagram or something. I want to see the peanut butter smooth to crunchy. But yeah, that's just some random ass thing that I've been thinking about. So I thought I'd share that with you. That's changed since
smooth.
last time. You've always been a
I've always
smooth
been
man.
smooth, yeah.
Smooth man.
Big and smooth.
I hear you, buddy.
Oh no, you don't need that bigger stuff. No,
I'm crunchy boy.
you need the
Crunchy boy right here.
Have you tried Mavis? Have you tried like the fancy peanut butter? Man, it's just
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
no, it's just real peanuts. It's not like they don't add.
Oh, no,
all the
I
other
want
crap in.
all those added.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I like all those additional vitamins and whatnot that they put in them.
I might actually. I
And
might,
salt.
That's not
Need salt in
that's-
that.
Yeah, they
You
have
can't
salt.
do
They have salt,
jokes
yeah.
like that on the podcast and not explain yourself. Everyone has to be in on that.
I'm sure, Trent, you'll go into full detail of what you've been up to over the last
Oh god, yeah.
in regards to.
So, house peanut butter change.
Yeah, there's a few things. I'll rattle through them.
Just keep going, man.
I'll rattle through them, man. We've got plenty of time here. No rush. I'm sure the discerning listeners are excited to listen to what's happened in my peanut butter life.
You said
Has your morning routine? Has your morning routine changed? Has your afternoon routine changed in any way?
Are you a bit like more fast and loose with it? Do you reckon?
The morning, I've been a bit slack. I've been getting up a little bit, not waking up on my first alarm. I've been sitting a few, so I reckon I'm going to fix that.
Nice.
Back to school
I
tomorrow.
reckon you still just keep it as it is and just
Yeah.
get a little bit more sleep.
No, routine home, pretty much the same.
Are you anxious about when you move to the Sunbury house,
Ooh.
having to keep that routine and get yourself set up in a new area, in a new house?
Will be interesting.
That'll
There'll
be
be a lot of challenges, I reckon, with that. But I'm very excited for it. The next top point I have is Hydrolite. Never.
Actually, we've spoken about this off air.
Yeah, we've spoken about it.
We have a new arc. Oh, there's a few arcs.
Ooh.
Actually, it's not part of my arc.
It's not Noah's Ark either.
What is his arc? We'll talk about that.
Last season, it was Metamucil.
Yeah,
All right, and we're still big. I haven't been on it. I've been off it for a bit.
yeah. I'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Please go into your Hydrolite, and I think you should please.
I'll give you a quote as well that you said because you love this. You have a fancy quote, but we'll get to that later. Hydrolite, yeah, life changing. I've had Hydrolite here and there, but before a night of having some drinks or whatever, 2 Hydrolite, some water, and now it's like a routine. I wake up the next day feeling fabulous. So if people do not do that routine and you find your hangovers are bad, have some Hydrolite.
What does it do?
Oh, it's like a Barocca.
Powerade.
It's
Yeah,
Barocca.
it's a Barocca Hydro.
So you drop 2 tablets in your water and just scull it, and it keeps you hydrated because when you drink, you get dehydrated.
Because water doesn't have the salts and the minerals. So when you sweat, you're sweating out salts and stuff like that. And water doesn't have enough in it to hydrate your body. But Hydrolite has some sort of salts in it, has some minerals.
This is the vitamin talk I was going on before. 'Cause I had one this morning.
No, not trans. No vitamins. Yeah, so this is what Hydrolite is, like tablets. And you just drop it in and it fizzes up and it dissolves into water. And you have 2 of them before. And you know what?
Making it a bowl call. Last season we were a Metamucil podcast, but this season I think we are a Hydrolite Barocca podcast.
Yeah, so Hydrolite is the new Metamucil. That's the quote. The quote from Trent. Yeah,
It's the new thing. All right, should you take from this? Add it to your repertoire, Mitch. Buy some.
I'll link back.
I'll try it.
Give it a crack. Yeah, give it a crack. I'll link this back to something later. Probably the last thing I'll talk about is something about reviews, but we'll get to that. Just dropped me Hydrolite. Nearly said Metamucil. Said the M word.
Once a metal music, always a metal.
It's good. I'm back on. I had a period off it, but anyways. Diablo. Diablo
4.
Yeah, me and Trent and my brother Jimmy have been exposed to a game called Diablo 4.
We're still Fortnite boys.
We're still
Fortnite
playing.
How good's Fortnite?
We're still playing the original stuff, but we've recently tried Diablo 4, and it has been life-changingly incredible in the gaming world for us. We'd never been really into that stuff since I was a child with my brother. We used to play it together, similar games. But yeah, we've gotten into that, and it has been like life-changing. And that is the police coming to stop this podcast. Because that is how dangerous we are.
To arrest you from going from house ownership to peanut butter.
Podcast police.
Yeah, so I'm sure they'll get referenced later, but that's something that's changed since last time. Diablo 4 is life-changing for us. It's brought us together, new experiences together. Next one, hurt my wrist. My left wrist. My opposite wrist. I hurt my wrist. Actually, it was about 12 weeks ago, maybe after the cricket season. It was a while ago. But for the first time ever, showing age. I think all these things I'm talking about is basically showing that I'm getting old, and it's really sad now that I reflect upon it. But that's okay. I hurt my wrist, and one day after school, I turned the handle of the door, and it sent like a shooting pain up my arm, and I went, "What's going on? Like I've got a sore wrist." Went and saw a physio the other day for the first time in my life, showing age again, and I actually discovered I have something called golfer's elbow, which is like tennis elbow, but it's on the opposite side. So the source of my wrist pain was actually all the way up at my elbow, and she did some massages of it and did her physio magic, and she's actually listening to this podcast, or she knows of the podcast.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We are really like
that is a
if
debate.
she listens.
Yeah, if she listens to this and she knows, next time I'm at the physio, she can be like, "Hey, I do listen."
And random piece of information, that's called referred pain.
Yes, it is. It's referring to somewhere else,
Yes.
like different locations.
Yes.
Yeah, well done. Thank you. I love that. That was good. So I thought I hurt my wrist, but it was actually, a referred pain. It was from somewhere else. So that's getting fixed. Hopefully all good by cricket season so I can get back into it. I've got live music. I've seen some cool live bands with some family and friends, which was really awesome.
Some experiences.
New experiences, yeah.
All that euphoria bullshit.
Euphoria bullshit.
Other than that, the two little things are up in Ballarat. I've got now a pet lamb.
Oh, yeah. So that's a photo.
Yeah, we'll put a photo up on Instagram. It's called Little Alex, this little lamb. He's adorable.
He's bung.
He's so bung. That's why I fell in love with him. That's why he's called Little Alex. Yeah, so this is the story of how Little Alex came to life. I was up at Caitlin's, and they've got heaps and heaps of lamb and sheep and all that kind of stuff. And there was this one lamb that needed help getting put away into a pen. And they were like, "Oh, just grab that one." And I looked at it, and it was just like bung head, like running around, like
looking
screaming.
everywhere and nowhere.
It was just not in a good way. And I looked at it, I'm like, "That is disgusting. Look at that thing over there." I walked up, picked it up, and we just locked eyes, me and this lamb. And it was just like, man. And I looked at it and looked at me. I'm like, "This is the most beautiful thing ever." And I just like patting his head, and that's when I fell in love with this little lamb. And basically, it's named Little Alex. It's very special, but it is very it is very beautiful. It is very beautiful. So yeah, you might hear some updates of that over the season. Went on a cruise.
Can't wait for that roast.
Oh, I know. I love it.
You're doing gyros or
On the podcast, today I'll be reviewing this lamb. Went on a couple-day cruise with Kaylin. That was amazing. I highly recommend cruises, showing it once again I'm getting old. I will be doing more cruises.
If we do a poll, who's aged the most in the past 8 months?
Hey, you've got some big updates. Other than that, the last thing basically I want to talk about is potentially I'd like to, if I'm bringing something forward to this podcast down the track, whether it's this season, it will be this season, hopefully. I'd like to do some sort of reviews. I'd like to, as on last,
so new segments.
Yeah, new segments. Yeah,
this
potentially
season,
that's something I like to bring forward. And I can get some Instagram polls out there, and I don't know, get some video footage. But basically, try something different. Everyone experience it together. Review some things. Show some things.
We have new segment ideas. We have new equipment. If you can hear us on the mics right now, we sound
way better than
what we did. Yeah.
Spicy.
Jason, if you want to
Thank you
elaborate
for
on it.
cutting my grass, Trent. I was going to talk about that.
Wow.
But anyway,
Well, what
He loves to do that, doesn't he?
now Dad Jason has bought us some new gear to record our podcast, and we're using it right now. But Jason, please go into it. This is your
That's a good segue.
yeah.
well, yes, thank you, Trent. So, as part of my role as producer, so I thought, you know what, let me be able to invest in this show, and to enhance the overall quality. So we've got some new mics, we've got a new integrated studio, the older Rodecaster Pro 2.
It's very funny
Do a
that
little shout out there.
we're on the new mics, right? And you have the old mic.
I do, yes, correct.
Is this one a new one?
Yeah.
Or is it the same one?
It's
It's still
good.
got the same
That's-
duct tape.
Yeah, that's still.
It's a stand. That's a microphone stand, and then that's the
I
microphone.
mean,
Yeah.
you're getting pretty aggressive. I'm just
Yeah, I
asking
know.
questions.
Yeah. He was just being really.
What's new?
So the stars of the show have the quality mics, and I get I get the shitty mic, which is totally fine.
But you get
It's a little-
but you get the
little-
buttons.
It's a
Thank
little
you for
gold
serving,
one.
and we appreciate your sacrifices.
You get the buttons. You get
You get the cool buttons.
We have a sound effect board.
Let him talk.
Okay.
No, this is great. Go, Trent's very excited.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we got some awesome sound effects.
We can hear that. Yes.
Holy shit, that was so sick.
Hear that?
A little bit loud. Maybe we need to turn it down.
Hey, what sound was that, Trent?
We're still working on our headphones. What other sounds does it make?
Oh, that was
It's like a classic podcast noise. Classic podcast noise.
Can you guys hear that?
No. That's the whole point. You missed our sarcasm. Oh. I hope the audience gets what just happened. That was the best thing ever.
We're still working out a few technical issues so we can all hear everything that's going on.
Yeah, so moving forward, everyone will have some headphones.
That was a good noise.
I thought you guys could hear it.
So funny.
That's why we were like, wow. And that's why I looked at Trent and I was like, what sound was that, Trent? And he's like, oh.
Yeah, Trent's all like,
That's exactly what I was like. Oh my god.
oh my god.
I like the other sound better.
So anyway, the takeaway here, listeners, is the increase in audio production value, which I'm sure you're hearing
the
right
first
now.
thing that we're bringing to the show for you listeners.
That's right.
You mean
Amigos.
Amigos? Yeah. Well,
There you go,
that's
listeners.
good.
All of them.
All of the above as direct.
Click that same one again.
This one.
Yeah.
That's so good one.
That's the one.
How funny would
That's
it
the
be?
one.
How funny would it be? Obviously, we can't hear it, but imagine he clicked in and it's like, Alex, you're an idiot. And I'm like,
I haven't heard the sound effects. So.
we don't know what's happening. This could be a good stitch up.
So Jason, even though you have the bung mic, you get the cool buttons where you can do
Yeah.
all the cool stuff, and we don't know what you're doing yet. So
It's a secret.
that's a secret.
But I've got a lot of colourful flashing lights in front of me, and it's all very exciting. Letting my fingers do the walking. Oh, hang on, that doesn't sound good. Anyway, back to you, Trentorino.
Well, so we also have other plans. I think we have to be more accountable this season, and obviously, I've got accountability.
Accountability.
A season of accountability.
Season of accountability.
Lightning in a bottle and a whole other thing. So,
Lightning.
In a bottle.
Sorry,
I haven't done
that.
I haven't done the 100 nuggets yet. I'm not repeating that. I don't know.
I think the discerning listeners didn't hear you the first time.
The lightning in a bottle.
Oh, sorry.
That's what this season is all about. Lightning in a
Lightning
bottle.
in a bottle.
So I haven't done the 100 nuggets challenge yet.
You never did.
I did once, so I'm not going back. I'm not opening this up.
I think
yet.
it was
Is that-
60.
But by the time that this probably comes out, there'll be a video of me doing this. So I plan to do this in the next week. Make myself accountable.
So attempting to do it is the key word. Not
So just-
actually, you know.
When, do you want to do that for boys' night? We just get 100 nuggets each.
And just
So just
but
to
we got to record it. Yeah?
Just to recap,
So
sorry.
I'll record you two doing it. That's
oh,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah.
How long did it take you last time to eat 100 nuggets?
We've already got the rules.
We've already
Oh,
discussed
you've already-
this.
okay, all
I
right.
think I
Because we ate them over the course of a whole weekend.
No, that was last weekend. But no, I think it's like a 40-minute, like 20 to 40 minutes. Just as fast as I can. I really have to make it has to be
Wow.
impressive. Has to be impressive, you
as
know?
fast as I can.
Yeah. And if I don't, then I'll just be sick, and that's funny too. So either or, the listeners win. So
I like that.
I'm gonna make sure we're still accountable for that. So we're an accountable podcast, and we come to our words. We're gonna start streaming soonish. That's in the works. So my perfect game of Wii that I mentioned at the end of last season is Wii
Game
bowling.
of Wii bowling. Yeah.
Wii bowling. Perfect game of Wii bowling.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Still on the cards. We are still wrestling. We're still wrestling.
getting
Oh,
shadowed.
even Alex did a little
Alex did a
wrestling.
little wrestling, and then
Yeah.
he did his.
And then he
hurt
bumped his wrist.
And then he got a golfer's elbow.
So his ETA back to that is unknown, but we'll work it out. But we're still wrestling. We're getting to the point where,
Main event.
main event, that's it. We're world champions.
Yeah,
it's all
that's it.
on the cards.
Who's
WWE's
Roman
calling.
Reigns?
All out. It's all on the cards. Yeah. And we've got some new ideas in the works. And I've got like notes in my phone. I've got notes in my book.
I've grabbed a book but I haven't figured out what to write in it yet.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
Oh my! Look at all that writing! Wow! Show everyone.
I love your pen.
Your
pen
penmanship
is
is
everything.
incredible.
Wow.
Look at
My
that.
penmanship.
Look at the pen.
You can mention the putting up of the doodle drawings as well. So
Doodle drawings?
every single that you
Yeah.
can talk. You mention that on your beautiful book.
Don't take my thunder.
Yeah, I won't take your thunder in a bottle. Don't worry.
Thunder in a bottle. Okay. I think an arc of this season of the podcast and what I've always wanted to accomplish, and I also like to share this with my three best friends, Jason as producer as well. I feel like we should become authors. And what should we write about? Well, I think with every car needs a handbook for when you're going through like a drive-through for like food. We all have these great order ideas for food places, right? So like my Subway order, awesome, right? Let's put that in a book of what you can get. Your HSP, how you get your HSP out.
I think we should elevate this. So I don't think a book, I think an app.
Yeah.
No. Be an author. You want to be an app designer? No, we want to be authors. You can tell people we're authors. Get this
That's
book.
a pretty big flex.
It's
not a flex anymore.
We've got an illustrator.
It can be a handbook. The
Illustrators.
handbook of the Alex Fish and Trent show is that, say, if you are at a...
Okay, why don't we just do an online book?
No.
Why does it have to be physical?
No, it can be
Because
both. It can be both.
It can be. We can
It
do
can
an
be
ebook.
converted
Sure,
on
we'll
both.
do an ebook in there.
Hey,
But
let's be honest though, because I'm
They do
a
e-
realist
books.
man.
Okay, so
I'm happy to do the grunt work of writing out our recipes.
in my current role, I have learned something really cool. So there's this thing called flipbooks, right? And you create your book or your whatever it is, right? Your publication, and then you upload it to Flipbooks, and then it's literally like an online. It's like a book as you turn pages,
Yeah.
but it's digital. It's online.
So-
so everyone just clicks on a link and they go straight to your book.
It should be available like that. It should definitely be, but it should be
Because people would
also
want that when they
every
go through a
hotel
drive-through.
room,
I'm just
everybody's
thinking
car.
the user experience of someone going through a drive-through or about to go through a drive-through. Oh, I want it. What was Trent's order, or what was Alex's order? What
Can I
was
just have a
Mitch's
Trent's
order?
please, and just so like.
But like, think of the burger, like your Big Mac, like your quarter pounder with chicken. That's
Yeah,
it.
double-
That's
Double
in
quarter
the
pounder with a
handbook.
chicken patty.
And it just opens up the secret menu of
Pizza guy's here.
everywhere.
Pizza
So it's
guy's
like a
here.
massive-
The guy is here.
Oh, the pizza man.
Oh, pizza's here. So
Did you stop the recording?
it's still recording.
No, it's an air horn.
I was going to say also, Trent, I can add to that, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I can also link my reviews into it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can review your Subway order, 1 star, dog crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Today we're going to be trying, Yeah, that could be a nice
And
connection.
I feel like by the end of the season, I could have a draft of this ready to go, and we could upload it into whatever place that would help us make this happen. Make it available in every hotel, every car. Put the pizzas down. It's all good. Put the pizzas
Do you
down.
want to put them over there? What do you want to do?
You put them over there. That's fine.
Just open them up. I'll grab plates.
Sorry. Pizzas arrived. Sorry, we had a little break. Sorry about that, guys. We have a catering budget now. This season has catering.
Yep.
So we enjoy the pizza, guys. Catering. Yeah. We have catering now, so we might occasionally have to cut, do little breaks if food comes during the podcast. But back to what I was going on about before we got interrupted by the pizza guys. Yeah, I think we should become authors. Distribution is up for debate, and that's fair enough. I'm totally cool with that. We can work this out, how this works, but we need this all documented, because I literally had this epiphany, by the way, the other week when we were eating Asian food, and Asian food was the most expensive Asian food we ever had in our lives.
So
Oh, man.
expensive.
No
right.
service fee.
But you imagine, right? Honey chicken fried rice with the chicken being chicken nuggets from Macca's. And just dicing that up and then pouring the honey sauce over that and then having that. That
I'm about that. Yeah,
right?
Yep.
These are the ideas we got to put in the book. We got the pizza sandwich, which we just had before.
Delicious.
People need
Which
to
blew
know
my
this.
mind.
Yeah, right.
I never thought of doing that.
Yeah.
And
Blew
I
my
think-
mind as well the first time I had it.
I think this season is an ongoing segment we are going to be doing is making this book happen. And we're going to put this down and we're going to have a draft ready by the end of the season. And then we can decide what we do with it. We distribute it online. We distribute it book.
I think Trent's
Digital
keen on
book.
the book.
Digital book.
I think Trent's keen on the book.
Everyone's keen on it. Everyone wants a book. You
As long
know?
as we can do the illustrations. as
Oh
well.
yeah, absolutely.
I wanna do the
Absolutely. It's a
illustration.
shit show. Yeah, it's
I've
going
been practicing long and hard to do really terrible drawings for a book.
Everyone needs our hints and tips in their life more closely, in their phones, in their cars, on their bookshelves. That's
In the bin.
that's it.
Sorry.
Online.
That is my podcast arc. Is the big
Podcast
thing I've
arc.
been thinking through my head.
Trent, one thing before we wrap that up. I've just got to. It wouldn't be a traditional episode without me going at you at least.
Of course, please.
Yeah.
Please
you-
tear me down.
Can you tear me down? Bring me back up? Nah. What is your definition of an arc
Huh?
in this context?
It can be arcs can be whatever you want to be.
Great answer, Trent.
You know?
If you're telling someone I have an arc, is it just an idea?
It's just a bit part of the show, the journey that I'm opening everyone's eyes up to.
Noah's Ark, Noah's Journey.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not
like
the
it.
religious type, but if we want to put it to that, sure. Okay.
Catering for all our listeners, all our amigos.
That's good. Mitch, what about you? How you been?
It'll be fantastic, Trent. And anyone else that's listening.
Still at this point after hearing that mumbo jumbo.
Hi, Mum.
I love you, Mum. I love you so much.
No, I've been really good. I've been very busy at work. Taking on a new role there, which has kept me very busy the last 3-4 months. Beyond that, not much has changed. Still wrestling, as we were discussing. Cricket's about to gear up again, so
Very
that's going
exciting.
to be
Very
should be a good season this season. Last year was more of a shake the cobwebs off for me and Alex. So this year we're looking to, as Trent would say, be accountable.
Be accountable.
And have a red hot crack at it. So that should be fun. Continue with our wrestling.
Talk to us about the developments in your wrestling career. What's been happening?
It's not there's not a lot developing in the sense of. I mean, we've had one promotion.
Bit of interest, bit of spark of interest.
That we've had a bit of a conversation with for potential work in the future. But it's more just the progress that me and Trent have made. We're getting so much more comfortable picking each other up and dumping each other around.
Manhandling each other.
Well.
We are quite stiff with each other.
I'm sure.
Click the button. Click the button.
Stiff with each other. Gee whiz. Mum wasn't already concerned about me wrestling. But no, that's more the thing that's been really exciting is, we're starting to put it all together, what we've learned over the last, it's been over a year now, year and a bit that we've been doing it, so just putting it all together now and making something out of
Put
it.
on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We want to see me and Mitch fight each other. That's
Yeah.
I literally do.
Yeah.
I really do.
This is the closest thing. The closest thing you'll probably see to me and Mitch in a UFC fight is us in a wrestling match.
Can't wait to get that soundboard going.
Oh, it's everything. So just touching on the wrestling still. So Trent,
Yeah.
your character name, is it still Dairy Boy or is it still
It's still up for debate.
Still up for debate?
What it is. Again, happy to workshop this, but I don't really know what my name will be in the wrestling
Mitch? Well,
industry.
what about have you put any thought into your your character, your persona, your stage name per se?
Look,
Doesn't want to
feel
leak
better,
anything.
I don't really have a lot in that regard.
We're just making sure we can do it first.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't want
okay.
to. Yeah, I don't want
Being
to.
comfortable in
I
the
don't want
ring.
to
Yes.
go delving too far into that until I'm confident that we can
Sure.
really put our heads together and
Tell
we're
a
gonna-
compelling story in the form of punching each other in the face.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Basically, Bold and the Beautiful, just wrestling.
Yeah.
Like storylines.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it.
Backstories and okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
But no, that's at the moment it's just just keep grinding at it and keep trying to get better and trying to get myself in good shape for it.
Yeah.
Not for looks wise, but more just so that I can breathe.
already good looking.
You already got the looks, Mitchell.
There's a Bold and the Beautiful for a reason. Beautiful.
But no, that's the latest on wrestling. What else we've been doing? We did a fun cricket trip out to Cairns with Alex. That was
Awesome.
took probably 2 years off my life. It
Oh,
was
mate.
awesome, nevertheless.
Our poor liver.
Yeah.
Our poor liver.
Don't worry about Liver King. We were the Liver Kings.
Yeah.
We were the Liver Kings that weekend. All right.
Yeah.
We put our liver to the test and we came out on top. Just. But yeah, no. Aside from that, no. Just been grinding at work and playing video games with the boys, and not much of the routine's changed.
Enjoying life.
Yeah, we had a bit of a chat about it in the last episode of season 1 about some things that I wanted to help be a part of for this season, and yeah, just being more active on social media across as many platforms as possible. I think that's something that I think streaming is a big one. That's the one that I was saying. I wanted to have already had it started by now. It's been a bit of a crazy year, but that's definitely something that I think will be a good next step, I guess.
Sweet. That's a good wrap up. Yeah, cool. So we'll wrap up. We're just going to do outro. Okay.
That was so good. Please do not play that.
Okay. We've got a few things to go over in our outro. We've got a lot going on this season, and we have a lot more things to make sure we include. I think I'm going to go through this outro as I write it down, and then at the end, you guys can add into it too.
I like it.
All right, and then we can finish off in the classic way. Correct?
Do you remember how to finish correctly? No, just start thinking now, buddy boy. Do
fuck.
not write down what the we're gonna wing
Okay,
it.
yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so first things first, we got to remind our
What is that?
What's that?
Oh, is that like a
Star.
A star. Oh my
little
god!
star.
I thought you were like pretending to like write. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna write a note down. You're like,
No, it's just my first point.
okay, all right. Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
That was so funny. You're like,
I'm just getting abused. Season 2, more abuse. Yeah, so we have a Patreon now.
Patreon.
Oh my god!
my favorite sound.
So far, is just that you can come onto Patreon and support the show. And what we'll be doing to start off with is some behind the scenes stuff. You might get our sound check, or what I like to call our encore sort of thing. So you get maybe an extra, bit of the podcast that you won't be on our live or on our public podcast platform. And you'll get access to other little bits and pieces because it has its own feed there as well. So if you're a fan of the show, please support us because it means that we can invest more time into it, invest more, more money into the show and just doing cool shit, which is, I think, what this podcast is all about, is having fun with each other and doing cool shit.
Yeah.
We also, I have nothing to show you guys right now, but there is some cool merch in the way. We've got a new logo in production at the moment. We've been chatting with a graphic designer. That's going to be awesome. And we're going to come out with some T-shirts, all that, stickers, a few other bits and pieces, hats.
Maybe hats.
Maybe hats.
I'm pushing for hats.
Hats would be a no-brainer.
G-bangers.
Okay, all right, Jason.
Wait.
Oh, well.
Hey, Trent, adding on to that, I reckon there's a chance. I reckon we're aiming to get a sponsorship from something. Whether it's Nobbies,
That would be
whether it's
great.
Step Ones,
We had a sponsorship.
whether it's G Fuel, I don't know, just something.
G-Fuel?
I reckon.
G
Yeah,
Fuel.
we're already reached out, man.
Alex has been
I'm already-
messaging
I'm already on
people.
board.
Think you want some 2-for-1s.
There's actually a couple of Aussie competitors that all Aussie home brand. I don't want to start like talking about them and then we don't get it, but just fingers crossed. But yeah, that'd be something like another little goal to get something by the end.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But it's something we need to be passionate about. It can't just be
Sure,
something,
yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to push stuff on people we don't like.
Sorry, if Manscaped come calling.
Yeah.
If they come calling, I'm ready to sell out. Disney, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. You gotta wait, they're going to have to pay us a lot.
If you want me to sell my soul,
Yeah. There is a price. But basically, the one thing I think that I've missed since last time is, and it's been a very beautiful thing, is just hearing from people, whether it's high school friends or just bumping into random people or people messaging on Instagram, just those little things of, hey, when's the podcast coming back? Those things warm our hearts. Like it means the world. Like we only did this for a bit of fun, just to share our lives, reflect back on this in 10 years, 15 years time when we have kids. But no, actually hearing that people enjoy listening to it or they go out of their way to listen to it.
That question, when's the podcast coming back? How's the podcast going?
That means...
Man, that's really nice.
It's one of the most warming feelings. So thank you to every person that's said that or even just, just ask questions about it or listens. So thank you, amigos. I appreciate it. If you could as well, just tell a friend about it. It's... I don't know. This part I definitely could mess up, but I'm going to give it a red hot crack. I feel like there's a high chance.
Is this what I sound like?
Oh, yeah, probably. So the way I compare it, I think the reason why you should tell a friend is because it's like an in-joke. Like you need to be a part of the joke to understand it.
Just get your mates in on the in-joke.
Yeah, exactly. Because then if you talk about it and someone's like, oh man, I heard this real funny thing on Alex and Trent show. And then they're like, mate, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's not funny because they don't listen.
There are times
now you
I
can
do
share
that.
the love.
We did that a lot with each other.
When we're all together, it's like, oh, no, Trent's messing the intro up again. Or that's classic Trent.
Yeah.
People that don't listen don't know that. So if you tell a friend, we share the love and we laugh together and we can all make fun of Trent. So that's probably the end goal.
The main goal, we just want as many people to understand how terrible Trent is at intros and outros.
And you know what?
The rest of the podcast, that's a bonus. Just tune in and listen to that intro.
Yeah.
It's the anticipation, and it still holds up. It's just
He looks nervous already. And we're heading towards it. He's sweating and everything. I can't wait.
I think I only have one line.
You're not cutting this out.
Is it?
No, just do it. Just do it.
Is it tune in?
No. Just go.
Is it tune in next week? Oh my god, I see what it does. Thank you so much for listening to the first episode of season 2, episode I think 28. Now, season 2, episode 28. Thank you so much for tuning in to this shit show. Tune in next week.
I really wish I had a car crash sound on here. I'm going to get one.
Yeah, get a car crash.
Yeah, literally.
Trent alert.
This is everything.
Right. You know what it is? I can tell you what it is. We're going to keep going out.
It's the F-bomb. That's what it is.
No, it's not even that. I put too much effort into the intro. I've been rehearsing the intro in my head a little bit, and I did a really good intro.
Maybe don't rehearse.
No, but that's the thing, is that the intro was good.
The book's terrible idea.
Yeah. Terrible idea. I don't know who thought of that.
That Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week.
Or don't.
We'll be back regardless.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has nothing on us.
Yeah.
So that's
You know how he does ice baths every morning?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. That was us. We were talking about that. Now he does ice baths every day. You all are welcome.